And take you to the Durban Magistrates Court. The suspects who were arrested in Cape Town have not been linked to the murder of Kiernan, aka Forbes, and Tebello Motsoane. 3 of the suspects were released last night, while 1 will appear in court today. Newzroom Afrika's Karinda Jagmohan is joining us for an update now. Karinda, very interesting turn of events. So how should we look at this? Basically, are these people of interest, or are they suspects?
Indeed, well, it's certainly important to keep an eye on this case, but at this point, police have not confirmed that these suspects are directly implicated in the murder of AKA and his close friend Tibz. Now, I'll just take you back. I've had a long conversation with the advocate representing these suspects, and remember, these 4 suspects were arrested in Cape Town this weekend. It was quite a highly reported matter, with various media news outlets linking these suspects as the hitmen involved in the AKA and Tibz matter. They were then escorted from Cape Town to Durban, where yesterday they were supposed to be brought before court on a carjacking matter. That's according to the suspect's advocate. But when looking at that matter, police pulled out the case number that is supposed to be linked to the suspects, and that case was found to be invalid, meaning that the police had no grounds essentially to charge them or continue keeping them in police custody. So 3 of the suspects were released late last night. 1 suspect is remaining and is about to appear in court today. He's going to be facing a charge of robbery, we understand. Again, these are not charges linked to the murders of AKA or Tibz. But from what we understand is that these suspects were arrested while police were investigating the murder of AKA and Tibz. So essentially, these were suspects that they found in terms of their investigations, but not implicated in that specific hit on the musician and his friend. Now, one of the issues that the suspects' lawyers have is that the suspects were held for more than 48 hours before appearing before court. This is, the advocate points out, as being unlawful because a person is supposed to appear in court within 48 hours of being arrested. So she's certainly questioning police at this point, or the conduct of police. Now, at the same time, while we are talking about these murders of AKA, covering this story particularly because of how they were linked to the murders of AKA, we've also heard a statement from police. They have queried or questioned various media outlets and public on making false accusations with regards to this case. They say that it is a sensitive matter and the investigations continue, but any reporting otherwise would hamper their own investigations, which they found to be an issue. But again, we're keeping a close eye on this because of the manner of the arrest, especially because the task team that made the arrest was seen as the same task team that is investigating the AKA and Tibz murder. That is why there's such a high-profile look at this, or why so many media houses are looking at this case in particular, and whether or not this suspect that is now going to face a robbery charge is in any way implicated in the case against AKA or Tibz. Again, it's a matter of looking at who the hitmen are in the situation, specifically because we have seen a number of such assassinations countrywide, here in KwaZulu-Natal as well, where we know there's an issue of targeted assassinations using illegal firearms. The lawyer for the suspects say that no firearms were found in the suspects when they were arrested, and she also pointed out that now some of the suspects were receiving threats because of the accusations leveled against them, and she's also said that one of the suspects might have been assaulted while in police custody, but that is yet to be confirmed. At this point, we are now waiting for this robbery suspect essentially to appear before court, and various media outlets are making an application to televise this process as well, only because at this point it has been linked by media outlets to this matter involving AKA and Tibz, or the murder of AKA and Tibz specifically. So right now, we'll give you an update later today on what is the outcome of this case, but certainly there is a question of how police are progressing with this case, because it has been over a month since any formal confirmation from police has come about the murder of AKA and Tibz.
Karinda Jagmohan, thank you very much for that update.